We've had some really crazy storms lately. Luckily, we have not been where we've received the baseball size hail or the trees have been uprooted like Salina, Kansas. They were clocked at 113-mile-an-hour winds, but it was extremely windy. And I have to tell you, I was checking my vehicles in the yard. I was worried a tree or a branch was going to land on those or on our RV. And this morning we do have a little bit of damage. We did hear a big branch hit our roof, and you can tell that it was a living branch. It was not rotten. It was very healthy, and it just snapped. And it flew from this tree clear up here. Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from rural Kansas, and I am early retired. I retired early at almost 58 years old in October of 2023. I am now 60 years old. I am riding it out until Social Security kicks in, and I love frugal living. I share tips and tricks on this channel, and it has afforded me the opportunity and choices to have the freedom that I wanted at an earlier age. I hope you enjoy this video. My plants, however, withstood the wind and there was no damage. But apparently we have a little rat pack freeloader that is tearing up our yard. That's what all of these little holes are. So apparently we have an armadillo. Hopefully he will stay out of my garden. It's a lot cooler today and a lot more comfortable to be outside after the storm last night, so I thought it would be a good day to come out and harvest some of these wild onion greens that are just getting huge. And my daughter has already sent me pictures of potatoes and mini peppers that she's harvesting from her garden. I haven't been quite as fruitful yet, but I'm hoping to have better luck. So I'm just going to trim these up, get off the bad spots, and then I will take them inside and wash them really well. And we're going to make a fun recipe with these onion tops from the garden. There's something about being able to reap what you sow and being able to see that it makes a difference in your kitchen and in your diet. I love being able to go outside and just pick fresh items without going to the store. There's something so satisfying about being able to grow some of your own foods. If you have a garden this year, let me know some of the things that you are growing. I'm just going to run a bit of water and put the greens in there and make sure that there isn't any dirt hiding in the hollow parts of the onion tops. Today, I'm going to make some onion pesto to freeze. And since this is my third batch of onion tops, I'm not going to chop and freeze those today. I already have plenty of them, so that's what made me have this idea. I have some salt, some pepper, my old blender that's like 40 years old, some extra virgin olive oil, some lemon juice, and some minced garlic, and my measuring spoons. Now the measurements I'm going to give you are just ballpark. You're going to want to season to taste, and then I'm just going to freeze this in sandwich bags. I'm going to start off with about 3 cups of my onion tops. I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of garlic, and then I'm going to chop this up really well. I prefer to use this minced garlic. It lasts forever. I don't have to worry about it going bad like the fresh kind, and that way I can use it whenever I want. I just got this at Ollie's on markdown and probably with one of my discounts that I usually get. So we're going to chop this up, and then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can use the oil of your choice. I'm also going to add some salt, about a teaspoon or two of lemon juice, some pepper, and we are just going to make this into a very smooth sauce that we can bag up and freeze. Sometimes I have to get down on the bottom to make it all come loose so it can blend well because I don't have a food processor anymore. My son got me some of these silicone spoons for Christmas. They're spatulas, and this one that's straight works really great for this sort of thing. There's the first bag. I'm going to mark it and freeze. It'll be great on chicken, anything you want to add it to. Just remember it already has vegetable oil, so you won't need to add any oil to whatever you are cooking. I just taste tested it. It is not very strong, so it will add a wonderful onion flavor to whatever we are using it in. I love seeing my garden stretch into things that I can use like this that are new to me, and I look forward to trying it. So it's still a cool day. It's the next day, and the project that I'm picking today is going through some things in the camper. As you can see, it kind of becomes a catch-all at times. When I buy things, I stick them out here, or when I don't have room to store things, I stick them out here, and I need to get the camper stocked and ready because I will be staying in it again when I work at the state fair this year at the state park. Today, I'm going to focus on trying to pick up these odds and ends and put them where they really go. Many of these things got put out here during the winter, and it was just cold outside and I didn't want to deal with it. But today I can put away the little handheld vacuum. I can put the curtains back up to keep the sun from shining in and making the camper too hot. And I can put away some of these little odds and ends that I grabbed, like some paper plates and things when I had the kids over at the holidays. And I will just put all of these things back where they go, and that will make me be able to think better. I have to have things in a certain place, and I have to be able to find them. This is a small space, and it just works best if everything goes back where I know to look for it. As you know, I hang my clothes to dry, and I have some dryer sheets that have been up in my cabinet for a long time. So I'm just going to stick a few of these in the different drawers out here. I learned this trick from someone that we bought our used camper from, and it makes the camper smell so fresh. I'm also doing this in the back 2 bedrooms in the house that we don't use unless we have company. Those get kind of mildewy smelling sometimes just because they don't have a lot of airflow, and this helps a lot. I do have a really thorough list that I made from the winters that I stayed in Texas, and I have a very detailed list of everything that I need whenever I go anywhere for an extended amount of time. Since this will just be for 10 days in September, I will plan my menus ahead of time, and I will make sure that I have everything I need that week before I take off. And I will also make sure that I have all the clothing that I need before I take off. And other than that, everything else will pretty much be out here and ready to go. I like to pick one little project every day that I can get done, and I can't do a lot because of my back issues, but just accomplishing something small makes a big difference in my outlook. So I encourage you, if you are early retired, if you are having a difficult time maybe with some of your physical issues or even some mental depression, picking some small projects like that can really motivate you to get out of bed and to keep going. So that's why I do the state fair every year. It is difficult for me. Last year, I didn't talk about it, but I got shots before the state fair. I got shots after the state fair, and I ended up with an emergency room visit after the state fair because I was in so much pain. But I still want to do it. I still want to be able to get out there and do some things and socialize with people. So I am doing it for my 3rd year this year. So don't just stay cooped up in your house if you can help it, because it does make a difference if you can just even get outside and be able to enjoy nature a little bit. These are some of the things I've done this week in my simple living homestead life here in Kansas. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I hope you'll enjoy this little clip of Brownie at the end during sunset that my daughter-in-law took, and it's just so sweet.